if you want to organize files, then folders are quite important in SharePoint, and I will show you today everything about folders in SharePoint document library, like what is the importance of this, what are the advantages if you will have a folder like structure, and then what are the disadvantages that if you will have a folder kind of structure in your SharePoint document library. And also I'll show you how we can move or copy documents from one folder to another. So this is, let's say there is a financial documents, this is a document library where you want to store invoices, maybe tax returns, receipts, payrolls records. So these are the documents, type of documents that you want to store. And to organize properly, maybe you can create folders like this. Let's say you will create a invoices folder, you will create a tax returns folder, you will create a receipts folder, you will create a payroll records. And on receipts, maybe you want to organize your travel related receipts, maybe supplies related, utilities related. Like this, you can create subfolders under this receipts. Same way you can create invoices. Under that you can have different folders based on the maybe the year 2022, 23, 24, like this. And every year, let's say you want to have invoices for quarter, so maybe inside this you will create 4 folders: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, like this, right? So you can do this. Let me just quickly open a SharePoint site. You can see here, I have created this this library, this document. I'll put this document also. Now this is a structure I was talking about: invoices, receipt, tax returns. And you see here 2024, you can have Q1, Q2, Q3, like this. Same way you can have tax returns on year wise. Within that, if you want month wise also, you can do that. Now based on your requirement, you will decide what will be my folder structure in a SharePoint document library. Now let's check out first of all then few of the advantages that you will get it. And there are metadata structure, we will discuss about those things also. Now let's first understand this folder structure. Of course, these things are there in SharePoint, that means people are using it, and we will see what advantages you will get and what are the disadvantages on that. Now you see here organizational structure. Now these are the files, or these are the categories wise. I know these things, so I'll create a structure so that easily if people can navigate to that, and they can access the document. By the way, I was showing these documents also, right? So this is the document which have all the information. You can also go through it, right? So we organize and structure, it will help that way, so that it will create the hierarchical structure, and it will be easier for you to navigate to those files. Same way, now let's say the permission management. Imagine you have 4 folders, and you want this set of people to access one folder, so you'll give access to that folder. Same way you can do with the other folders also. So permission management also, it will be easier in that. And then you see a lot of people worked with the Windows Explorer, so they have the folder structure user interface. They are quite familiar with that, so it will be easier for them as an end user. It will be easier for them to understand and create it and organize for files in those folders. And also it will improve performance. So how it will be improved performance, about the list threshold limit, right? So that if you cannot access more than 5,000 items in a single view. So folders are one way where you can create folders, and it will get you the data based on the view. So it will be easier, it will increase the performance. And contextual grouping, like for example, you can see here, you can related documents, you can do it. So let's say invoices related documents, so you put everything in one. Same way the other structure that I showed, right, receipt. So you can have the context, and based on that what is the subfolders I need, and so that people in my organization can put the documents in that, or whoever the people are using it. So these are the few advantages that you'll get it on this. Now here are few limitations on this, and also you should know these things. So URL length limitation, there are certain length that is possible, so you can have that many characters. So if you'll create folder, subfolder, nested subfolder like this, then it might reach. So that's the problem. And also, like as we know, 5,000 items, so if that cross the folder contains more than 5,000 items, then there is problems. So you have to create additional views for it. And also, when you have more folders, subfolders and stuff like that, sometimes it is very difficult for a newer person to understand on which folder I'll keep this. And also there is a limitation on the search side. So always you might not get the absolutely relevant document at the top, so when you are searching for a document. And also another is the duplication or the redundancy. So this is quite important, because when you have more subfolders, nested subfolders, you might have been uploaded one document over there, and then you confused and probably uploaded the same documents in another place. Because if you are uploading the same documents in multiple places, it will not show you any error on that. But if you are putting the same folder, same files in the same folder, then it will. So in this way, when you have multiple folders, a number of folders, subfolders, nested folders, so that is, with time it will be very difficult to manage things, and there will be duplicacy of records will be there at that time. And also, when you will have more folders, subfolders, so when you are saying permission management will be easier in the advantages we discussed. But when it's become more folders, subfolders, and you want, there will be common people who should access to multiple files, multiple folders, so that becomes a little bit of problematic in that also, right? So understand that way, where permission can be advantageous, that can be a disadvantages when the structure is more complex, right? And then of course, when you are migrating, if you later point of time want to migrate, so then you'll have a tool also, but that is also become more complex on that, right? So these are few of the disadvantages which are there. You have to deal with it if you are going for a folder structure. Before going to copy or move documents from one library to another, let me first tell you a couple of points that you should remember on this. So first thing is, when you use the move to there are two options, right? Copy and move. And as the name suggests, when you will copy, there will be a copy of item will be there, so the source file will still be there. But if it is a move, then the source file will not be there, it will be moved to the recycle bin. So if you are doing move to, then the history of the document will be copied to the new destination. But if you are doing copy, then that will not be there, only the latest version will be copied. Again, we'll discuss about versioning also. And then the move to operation will fail if you attempt to move the document across libraries and the destination has enforced unique values will be there. So you cannot do that, of course it will give you error. So when a file is moving, so it will be there till the source directory, unless and until it is completely moved, then it will be deleted and moved to the recycle bin of the source site. So that means even if you move a document to another site, you have the chance that you can go to your recycle bin and restore from there. And once 93 days will cross, then that will be deleted. And when you will move or copy files to a location with different properties, suppose your source have 5 properties, your destination has 10 properties or 3 properties, then there is a mismatch on this. So only what are the supported properties that will be moved, and others you will lose it. And then the managed metadata values which are associated with this will not be written. So this is a limitation. And if you'll see, these are few limitations also, for which people are using various third-party tools where you will have the metadata also. And then move option is not currently available for the SharePoint site pages library that is there. And also, when you will copy items like your metadata, like as I said, right, created by, modified by, created date, modified date, so the metadata will not be preserved. And that is the reason third-party tools like ShareGate and Methodologics, they have all these features. And version history is not maintained whenever you will copy files. And if the file is already exist, of course it will show you a message file already exists, unable to copy. And also if the destination doesn't have the same metadata understand like same columns, then the properties will be lost. So whichever the columns matches, it will copy those metadata information. And also if let's say if someone is working on a file, the file is already checked out, then of course this file will not be copied. This is also functional. This functionality is there in the tools also, where even if you are if your file is checked out, your paid tools will not also copy this, and you can have maximum of 100 GB of data that you can copy or move at a single operation. And also that is another problem is that the browser needs to be open for doing this copy or move operations. And also to copy the metadata while moving files, you need to create exact same metadata columns as I said, so that it will be copied exactly to the same destination. If not, then you will have the data loss on these scenarios. Now what I'll do is I will open the browser, and you see here this is our accounting. Okay, let me do one thing. We will create a structure on this. So I'll go to this library. You can see here like in this case, like financial documents, let's say this is our library. So I'll create one library here. So let's, before creating the folder structure, let's just quickly create the library. So I'll create blank library and I'll say financial documents, right? So I'll created it and then click on create. So once you create on this, now you see here on the financial document, I'll create folders for invoices, tax returns, like this. So I'll create folder and I'll say invoices. And good thing is that you can have the color coded thing. So you can see here. Now then another one is, another folder is tax returns. And then I'll create this one, and then receipts. So I'll go here. You can see I'll create this one, the color code, and then payroll records. I'll go here, payroll records, right? And then I'll have this. So you see here now with this folder structure, right? See, imagine Microsoft is spending all or coming up with these new features also, right? You see folder wise. So that means there are people are using it, and you should use it. So you see here now this many folders I have created. Now for the invoices, let's say based on the year we are going to create first of all. So let's say I will create for 2022, and then I'll create one more folder, let's say 2023, and I'll create another folder which will be 2024, which is running now. Now on this let's say inside every year, let's say these are the past year, so let's go to 2024. In this I want the invoices based on quarter. So let's say quarter one will have invoices for this. I will say Q2. You can see here I'll have this one, and let's say Q3 I'll have this, and then I'll create another folder which is Q4, like this one. Now understand this. So if you as a financial person, you know that this is a document, invoice document, and the year is 2024 and the quarter is Q2. So you can go and you can upload your document on this place, right? So this way you can create your structure, like say payroll or receipt. So imagine receipt, what kind of receipt people are uploading on that. If you see here travel related, supplies, utilities, personal. So for this also you can create folders, and in your organization who are using this, they will come and they will upload the related documents in the related folder, right? And then later if you want, let's say invoices, I want to give a permission to a particular set of people, you can do that also. That also we will discuss when we will discuss about the permission management. Now what we will do so is I'll show you one more thing, how we can do a copy or move. So for that I'll go to my previous library, which is invoices library, And you see here there is an Excel file is this one, and I want to copy this file or move to file. So you see here you will get this option move to or copy, and then here you will see also if you click on that you will see move to and copy. So when you click on copy to, it will open you the same library. You see here this is the same library, and here I can create a new folder also, and I can copy the same file to that folder within the same library. You see here I can even copy here. Let's say I'll copy here. You can see here it is copying to the same library, and of course there is a file already exist and it is showing us that if you want to replace it or you want to keep both. I'll say keep both. Now you see here once you click on both, so you see here -11 file it got created. Now the same file, let's say I will copy it. I'll say copy it, and you have other options. Let me quickly show you. This is for the OneDrive. Will not go to the OneDrive because OneDrive also you can click on this will have folder. So once you click on this, then your OneDrive will have that folder. Let's say you'll copy to attachment also, file will be moved to the attachment folder. But now what we will do here is, you can see here like this many SharePoint sites are there on quick access. You can click on more places, you can search for site, and you will see there are a lot of sites are there. Suppose there is a finance site is there, you can see this one, and when I click on this site, you can click on this and you will be able to see the libraries. Now in this case we have two libraries on that, policy document, and you can see here document library is also there. So you have the option where you can do, even in fact in any of the libraries you can see there is a create folder option. I can create this folder. I will say finance documents, and within this I'll have this color code and I'll say create. Now you see here I have created a folder, and then I'll say copy. So now you see here the file has been copied. You can see here it is copying, and now you see it is copied. So if you'll now click on that, you can see here you are coming to the policy document library. There is a folder finance document, and within that you see the file has been copied. So like you see this is how it works. Same way, suppose you want have the folders you want to copy, you click on this, you say copy to, and then suppose I want to have the same, so I'll go to the finance team, and then you see here I'll see the finance, and here the library is there, policy document, finance document, whichever the folders we created, I'll say copy here. Now you see here it copied to this one. So ideally now in the policy documents, finance documents, there should have been a folder it will create. So maybe it is taking some time to create. Now you can see here personal finance invoices came, and within that whatever the files are there, all this has been copied to it. So this is how you can copy, and make sure like you have permission to the site. If you don't have permission, of course you will not be able to see the site even whichever the site you don't have permission. Same way you can let's say this is the file and I want to move this. So you see here move to, and I'll move to, let's say to the same finance, and I'll say policy document, and here I want to move to the parent library. So now you will see here, now this file is still there, now it gone, right? You can see it here. Now it should be on, in the policy document, you can see here this is the file which has been moved. Now if I'll go back to the accounting side and I'll go to the recycle bin, I should be able to see the file. You can see here this is the file, as I discussed before also. The file, when you will move it, it will move to the recycle bin, and from here I can restore the file. So I click on restore, and now if you'll go to the home, and then I'll say the invoices library, I should be able to see the file. You can see here this is the file which we moved it. So though this file is already here in this site destination site, till the file was there in the recycle bin, and from there I restore it. Okay, so this is how we can work with folders. We can move, copy, and I'll put this document. You will see a few of the things which are there you should remember while copying and moving a documents from one library to another. I'll see you in another lecture.